everybody. A lovely Thursday afternoon in Melbourne. Welcome to BBK, and I'm Beryl, your business mentor. Anyway, I thought today I would love to do a nerd attack. I love nerd attacks. I love figures. I love businesses. I love helping people. But this is a little bit about, let's have a nerd attack and study this brain stuff and see if it can help you overcome those limiting thoughts and beliefs that you've kind of got in your brain at the moment. So anyway, come on, let's go on a journey. Let's go on a nerd attack journey. Are you ready? Let's get going. I wanted to start with a quote from Albert Einstein. He's an amazing gentleman that kind of knew quite a lot, a genius of his time. But he had these words going, wisdom is not the product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Put in the chat if you think you know what on earth he's talking about. From my point of view, I think of schooling, and this is kind of the sorts of the things I sort of taught my daughter as she was growing up. It's not all about the schooling, it's about socialization. So this is me kind of putting a hiccup into schooling. But when you go to school, you think you're going to learn everything. You think your teachers are amazing. They are the best thing since sliced bread. And you won't have to learn anything more after you leave. Well, I'm so sorry. Failure. I have a master's in graphic communication. And what I tell myself is that allowed me permission to be able to teach you graphic design. I also have a few degrees in computer science and things like that as well. But this allowed me to think I could teach you. And then I started investigating, learning this sort of social media, learning just a little bit of everything is only the start of what I've got to learn, what I've got to teach you. So schooling is, like Einstein said, is the wisdom, not the product of the schooling. So after we leave school, we suddenly realize that just to do our job, we need to do more things. We need to learn something more. We may have been the guru that could learn thousands of things when we were when we were at uni or when we were at high school. We were the person that could run the social media. We were the people that could do WordPress. And then we got into a work environment and realized you only know one little bit of the whole equation. And then the things that pop into people's heads, and this is the same when people start businesses, they go, but I don't know it all. What am I going to do? Do you know all you have to do is just get started? You've just got to move. Every day, my aim, and when I have clients, when I talk to my clients, and if I don't know something, I will tell the client, I'm so sorry. Karen, I'm sorry. I don't know that at the moment. Can you give me 5 minutes and let me work it out so that I can come back with you with the right answer? A lot of times I come back and it kind of says, it depends, which, no offense, most people hate the comment, it depends. It depends on whether you do this or this, or you do this or this. Very similar to Facebook advertising. I know I have a very big gap in my Facebook advertising learning scale, but I've probably got more knowledge than you've got if you've never ran a Facebook ad. At least I've ran them. At least I know. I can actually explain to you all the places I may have made a boo-boo. So mistakes are meant to be made. I did a mistake the other day that cost me a bit of money. But the way to look at it, I just turned around and said, but if I stuck to what I learned just at school, just at university, I wouldn't have tried to do the Facebook ad, and I wouldn't have learned what not to do or what was the thing that I should have been doing. And the knowledge that I've got from this is going to allow me to do it bigger and better next time. This is what learning's about. If you don't make mistakes, then you're not going to learn. With my daughter, I always said to Steph that you need to learn one new thing every day. It could be tying up your shoelaces, as simple as learning to tie your shoelaces, as simple as learning to walk a dog, which sometimes is very complicated, so we won't get into that one. And other times it might be building a massive website that you've never built before. It is all as it's at the moment learning. So don't panic, don't become overwhelmed, don't think of what if. Think of the things when you try to learn something new that you will have learnt something more to put on top of the knowledge you didn't know yesterday. If I didn't try doing a Facebook ad and doing a boo-boo, I would not have realised that I needed to change something so that I could reach my audience, so I can reach you people. I thought that was amazing, because at least now I've got data, I've got information that says if you do this, don't do that. So I've learned something. Isn't that amazing? Back in 1999, yes, I was born earlier than that, there was a paper produced on design, learning and collaboration by Stephen Carman and Gerhard Fischer from the University of Colorado. They go into studying the brain science around learning. To me, I will drop a link down below because it's a very complicated document, but when I was kind of reading the document and doing my investigations, I kind of came up with a few scenarios that my clients say to me at the moment, and they say, help, I don't know what I don't know. And I hear this so often. I'll say, have you got any questions? I don't know what I don't know. Well, try something. That's all I'm asking. With me, I flunked out on my very first Facebook ad. That's okay, because I learned that in this case, don't let Facebook help you because you'll make a boo-boo, but that at least I learned something. I may have had a larger, much bigger budget in the future, and I may have lost a lot of money. At least I only lost a little bit, which is okay, but I don't consider it a loss. I consider it a gain. I consider it a learning curve. I have learned that in this scenario, this does not work. But I would never have known that. And maybe when I'm doing a 6-figure launch or something of the kind, then I might make a really big boo-boo. This was a good time to learn. See, I take advantage of my learning. So I think this is okay. Don't get me wrong, I got a little bit overwhelmed. I got a little bit panicky. I threw the toddler tantrum. I went and said, why? And then I had the lovely Tiff talk to me, and the lovely Tiff said, but what have you learned? She actually pulled me back and said, hey, what did you learn from it? What statistics have we got out of it? And then I started thinking, well, I've learned to do it in a more regimented way. I've learned to follow the levels and don't click buttons when you shouldn't, which is kind of what I did. So there's another gentleman called Herbert Simon. Don't get me wrong, I'm into my quotes today. And he said, if computers are helpful to us all, it must not be producing more information. We already have enough to occupy us from dawn to dusk. The one thing about computers, and sorry, I hope you can still see me here, I'm sitting back. The one thing we know about computers is they're a wealth of information. You think of what Google has got, their library of information. It is amazing. Their information is Mr. Google knows all. My husband used to joke about that all the time, which is kind of just go search Google. So it's just kind of those sorts of things saying, but we've already got so much information. My brain can't take anymore. I'm so stuck. The number of people that say they are stuck, and then I will send them back to I will shrink it down, put it in smaller bites. You could. A friend of mine said to me, it doesn't matter how many elephants you got, you can only eat one bite at a time. So just shrink it down. If you cannot handle this much information, put it down into smaller segments. That's okay. This is how you learn. This is what Einstein was saying. You learn in your lifetime more things for you to do. That is what's important. It's not about how you learn it. It's not about the amount you learn. It's about how you can improve your life with just learning. So, and this is very much about what business is about. Business is about there's a saying that is said to me a lot is new level, new devil. You think you've got all these problems and you go, if I get to here, all these problems will disappear. Well, the point is, as you get better and better at everything, as you do larger and larger launches, as you produce more and more products, different things come into the equation, so that then you've got a sort of a different, maybe you have to hire more VAs, maybe you have to have a staff person that you're the general manager where you should be, and you've got a staff manager that is handling everybody below you. That is really, really important as you get bigger, because you can't be the person that's going to run the front office and the person that's the visionary. That's just what it's about. But that's getting a bit ahead of us, especially if you're a beginning business. But there's little things, just there's little ways to make life much easier as you're going along. So I've given myself a few notes here so that I don't forget things. But thoughts and feelings repeated over time become beliefs. Did you know beliefs are actually in your subconscious? So if you repeat something, I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't, you're going to automatically think that way. But if you, let's change those words around to what I cannot do today, I'll be able to do tomorrow. So guess what? You're going to be able to do it tomorrow or the next day, and it'll be bigger and better than you did it 2 days ago. That's what's learning. You think of a toddler. If we told a toddler they will never ever be able, you can't walk, you can't walk, you can't walk, they probably would eventually just sit on the ground and go, I can't do that. Which, this is where I find the word can't so demeaning. It's what you cannot do today, you'll be able to do tomorrow. That same toddler may not have been able to walk yesterday, but today that same toddler is running around in your lounge room, or in my case has turned 33 and climbs rigging buildings and things like that. So very different. So if I put limitations back on her when she was little, the same limitations that you're putting on yourself because you just don't feel good enough to do all this, well, I'm so sorry. Let's get rid of those limitations. Let's work together. Let you and I have some fun. And I hope everybody noticed a little doggy tail walk past. One of these days I'm going to get him to introduce himself to my Facebook Live. But anyway, just remember, learning is fun, but don't make it a chore. If you've got something like dyslexia, let's see if we can get him to. Ghosty, come here, come and introduce yourself. See, this is my little rescue husky. If I told him that when he came last December that he was never going to get over losing his previous family and not being loved and stuff like that, where would he be today? Would he be happy? Would he be my little ghost? Or would he be stuck in a world of, I don't know, a horrible world of just getting nowhere? Yes, he's a husky. He's got a tail. He's got a little waggy tail, and he's just so happy. He's happy. He's happy to, especially when he bites my hand. But he's happy to just love life. We'll go for a walk later. him and I, well, we'll actually go for a run. But he enjoys it, but I could have easily have said, oh, you get in the corner, you're an abused dog, you're going to be stuck in that mentality for the rest of your life. No, he moved on. He didn't know. He doesn't care. He just moved on. So we can learn something from puppy dogs. We can learn that it doesn't matter where they've been, where they've come from. It's about where they're going. And where they're going, or where you're going, is to grow your business. And you'll grow your business with me. That's what it's about. I will help you along the way to become the person that you want to remove these feelings of overwhelm and panic and I can't do this and I don't have the knowledge to, I didn't know I could learn that. I have a friend that back a long time ago could not do computers. She just didn't understand it. And every day, like how far she's come now is absolutely amazing. So we need to get to those beliefs. We need to hit them on the head. A friend today said to me, sometimes I forget. No, we're not going to say that. I've forgotten the saying now. But if I remember the saying before I hang up, but information consumes human attention. We actually need to learn. We don't know that when we're at school, but it's like food to us. So it doesn't matter if you cannot read, you would work outside and you could see the trees moving. You're learning from the environment, a more physical area than written words. That's okay too. So what I've written here is, as some of my summing up, don't panic is easy to say, but not necessarily easy to do when you're already in a panic attack. Say you're in a panic attack like me. I stuffed up my Facebook ad. That's okay. Stop. This is where we're going to do a little bit of a breathing exercise. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Taking the air into your tummy and breathe out. Do it once more. And breathe out. For those that didn't do the exercises, did you notice my shoulders go down? On the breathe out, even I could feel, and I'm very aware that my shoulders are doing this sometimes, and I could feel that, oh, I'm doing this exercise with you, but I actually need this. These are some of the exercises I teach you through my business training so that you can learn to see the signs. And if you don't know what's wrong, sit down. Just think, just take that breath in and breathe out. And you feel so much better. So if we allow our brain to dream, see the vision, we give ourselves permission to grow. That's a lot. I say that a lot to a lot of people. I don't know whether I've heard it somewhere or it's a mishmash of words that I've come across, but allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to have a vision, and allow yourself to grow. This is Beryl. If you would like to work with me, I would love to work with you. DM me. We could book a chat with me, coffee and a chat. I love, today it's water. I'm sorry, I'm into my water. It's water, and together we will move forward. I would like to thank you for being with me today. I would love to talk to you soon. DM me. Let's get together. Anyway, this is Beryl from BBK saying, stay home, stay safe, and I'm just hanging up in the right time because my dogs are about to have a play fight. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the day. If you're in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, for my American friends, the day is really nice. It's not very warm, but it's really nice. The sun is out. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.